Hello and good day to everyone. This is Steven with Big Fish Audio, back with another Momentum tips and tricks video for you. And today is a little bit more of a track breakdown. This is a track I put together recently, and I ended up using a lot of Momentum slice effects features. And just thought it would be cool to show everyone really what I did to make this particular track. I found a couple samples on my computer, some old kind of vinylish sampled sounding stuff, and wanted to chop them up and make something brand new out of it. I'm going to play you a little bit of the track, and then we'll look at what we did for all the different sounds. Okay, so let's just look at this session. It's a really small session. It's only 9 channels. Half of them or so are all Momentum tracks running. I have that main chords part. I have 3 different drum parts here. They're all the same drum part, but I was doing different edits in the slice effect, so I wanted to have 3 different versions of it. And then at chime sound there, I have a bass part to come in and just fill in the low end, and then below that is some vocal samples and some vinyl effects there for the intro and outro of the song. So this first part, let me go ahead and just solo this for you, and this is what I've done with it. Okay, and you can see even from the recording, the way that I chopped it up is changing throughout the track. And let me play this for you. I have another version of it in here without any processing. This is as it was when I brought it in. So obviously the only thing that's happening there is it is changing the tempo to match my Logic's host BPM, but the key is the original key, and none of the effects processing is in there. So let's go back to this one and let's look at all the slice effects that I used. A little bit of volume automation just on a couple of the slices, and then I have some delay going on some of these as well. You can kind of hear just it gives those just a really cool effect, and then some of these are combined with reverb as well. So you can hear what that's doing. Reversing a couple of these slices. And then we have stutter. Now I can choose to make this at 3 different stutter speeds. I just liked that the slowest one, where the fastest is all the way up there. And then I'm filtering down with a low pass filter a couple of these slices here. Reverb like I showed you, and then the pitch glide on the very end. Now I say the very end, but the nice thing is, as you can see, I'm using different parts of this sample all over the place. So, and also this loop itself repeats itself within the sample. So I can then do different processing on different parts of the same part. So one part where it's doing the same chord, same note exactly, I can process it with different ideas, so that different parts of the song, I really just have a full palette of sounds that I can use here by having different sections of this sample have different effects on it. So you can hear what I did over here is going to sound completely different than what I did there. It's the same progression, but I'm using different samples again than I am here. So that is the main chords part. The second sample that I used was this drum loop here. So let's go ahead and just solo that, play this for you. So you can see from my MIDI that I just kind of repeated the first little kick there for the beginning of that. And then here are the slice effects that I chose for this one. Just a little bit of a pitch lowering here for that particular slice. And I also stutter that as well. So you can hear without the pitch and stutter. It's kind of just a different sound altogether there. We're reversing a few of these samples. And then I really love this phaser here that comes in at the end. It just kind of fills the stereo field so much, and it's just such a cool effect right there. Then reverb on a hit here at the end. And then it's also doing a pitch glide on there. I'm not sure. It's such a short sample. I'm not sure that's doing much. But so that's the drum part there. We're almost done with this walkthrough because it's such a simple track, but it's so effective. And then these chimes here that come in, I'll solo this chimes part for you. Now let's look at what this was originally. So you can see with this part here, I did change all the slices, obviously, to just be one slice on each of those notes. And then I changed the melody using the pitch effect here. And then on top of that, I also lowered the whole thing by an octave. Here in the mixer page, just tuned down the channel that it was on by a full octave, and then ended up with this. A couple of these samples are pitched up by a whole step. A couple of them are pitched up by a half step. And then that with the bass and everything else, that was the full track. All right, so I'm going to play the full song for you. I hope you learned just more of the power of what you can do with momentum and maybe inspired something for your next track. So let's go ahead and play this, and we'll see you next time.